very fortunate. I was able to go spend some time on a boat yesterday with some friends, and today is the 4th of July. Yesterday was July 3rd. We had this awesome fireworks show down here in Texas, and it was on the water. So I'm gonna pull up the app, but real quick, I kind of want to pull this up if you guys are curious on some of that too, or some of the life in Texas. Hopefully this show is half decent, but there's just boats galore out on the water, boats galore, and then fireworks too. So it was really surreal, just like being on the water with that many boats too, and man, so special. But all right, so we're back to Visa, building all these structures and all these arenas. Let's see what's going on here. I vaguely forget where we left off. I had done some clerk stuff, so we're using real clerk deals. Oh, okay, I see. We got to, let me redo this arena component. Right now it's grid, and it needs to not be grid. It needs to be, or excuse me, it's flex route. It needs to be column, just so we can see them all again. And I was trying to get users to be invited by email, and I was having an issue with this. So let's maybe look into this a bit. So assigning this to said user. Oh, because I'm using the clerk ID versus the actual user ID from our database. So that's the issue. So when a user gets created, the ID needs to be, I think I could just do the clerk user, I think would probably be the easiest way to do this. So user ID is the clerk user. And then if we go to Prisma Studio, and if I go to said user, I've got these two users here, and these are their IDs, which are the clerk IDs. So it looks like we've done that part correctly. We're not creating users from like a random UUID. It's here, but it should be finding the email or the phone number. I'm inviting by ID. That would be why. Okay, so if that's F16 is that user. So let's invite Ryan Paglione work. Nice. I don't think it worked, but nice. What is going on? And it's not fetching the user. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, folks. You think you get good at software, and then boom, humbled, right? Just like that. Boom. All right, so arena needs a key. Okay, let's see. So user's got a key, arena needs a key. Just dealing with all these kind of like issues and buggy things, and secured asset ID. Arena ID, that should work. It should all be. I'm not sure why it's saying each needs a arena component needs a key prop. Because it really shouldn't. It just this, right? Each child in a list should have a key. Okay, we're gonna steal this. Check the render method for. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's maybe it's the arena ID is causing the issues. Yeah, I think so. Okay, cool. Then the arena endpoint is not working, so bad request. Probably because we're fetching arenas before clerk has instantiated in the database, I imagine. So we need to fetch arenas based on user ID. Boom, here we go. Okay, let's see. There it goes, and there's that. But we don't even need to fetch arena first if user ID fetch arenas. There we go. Okay, so just to save an API request. So it shouldn't even fetch initially. Sweet, gangster. Gangster. There we go, folks. Save them API requests. You get me. You get me. Okay. Now let's go ahead and invite Ryan Paglione@gmail.com. Boom. Did it work? Why am I not seeing nothing? Oh no, we've broke it. Oh no. Oh no. Why? Invite user, arena user. We are going to do a little JSON stringify of said arena. See what's going on in these bad boys. Okay, so we got the name, the arena, we got the data of the arena, but no users. So no users getting assigned. I wonder why. Okay, so arena ID. Is that still getting passed in? I wonder. Should. There's the arena ID. Okay, so they're all different IDs. That's good news. That gets passed in here. I'm just going to console log it just to be extra careful. And boom, they both get passed in. And then it doesn't really get assigned, it doesn't look like. I wonder if how we're fetching the arenas, if I'm polling, maybe I need to refetch the arena, but even that, it doesn't show the user. So I wonder if I messed with the API on the back end to not include users. Include user where user ID. Okay, so maybe I just include users true. So it just includes all users, not just specifically my user ID. Boom, there it is. Okay, that was the issue. Hooligan move, folks. All right, cool. All right, not bad. Not bad. Folks, quick handoff here. I'm looking at places in. Actually, I'm not going to say. Never mind. I'm not going to. Not quite yet. It will not be revealed quite yet. That'll be a fun one to put on the channel in due time. Okay, so this is the arena owner ID. This is the owner. Okay, cool. Owner. Great. Made that abundantly clear that that is the owner ID. Let me get rid of user ID here. Don't need that. And then owner I can get rid of as well, I believe. That's where it's showing the string data here. So we can see. Oh, and that's badass. It shows the users here. Boom. Ryan Paglione Pags. Cool. Look at that. I wish it didn't stretch across the screen. The screen here. That's a little bit much. Pre-wrap, I believe. Is that how to make it not be so ridiculously large? just start the arena name, and then arena ID, arena owner, arena users. And what else? What else is in there? Secured assets. No, we could already see those. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all right. And I can get rid of this. Boom, there we go. Get rid of users. So now I can see all of this data organized neatly, or at least relatively neat. Oops, don't know what I just saved here. Did not mean to do that. Okay, so here's all the users in our database, or these users here that exist in the entire system. Now, obviously, that's not going to be forever, but oh, you know what we no longer have is creating secured assets. Where did that go? Oh, I see what's going on. So if there is no secured asset, I can't create them. So that tells me this needs to be up scope, and this needs to be up scope. This all needs to be up scope, really. Okay. Arena component, here we go. So arena ID, these are all different IDs. Okay, that's good. I'm just checking kind of quick. Just make sure there's no like simple mess ups. You know, I think that's easy to do right now, but I want to make sure we're not doing that. I really ought to write some tests, but I hate writing tests because then when you change anything, then you got to change the test usually. So it's just like an extra bit of code. I don't know. Maybe when we launch, we'll have some like tests. So it's kind of cemented in place. But right now we'll just leave it. I'll just do manual testing. But I've been writing script tests. I use ChatGPT too, and I love it. It just like runs through the system. It makes me feel so much more confident in the system. Because then when something breaks, I just like run the test. Oh, it broke right here in the database. Cool. We fixed it. It's actually the best way to maintain software for sure. Because it's systematic. It's like actually usable, you know, in that sense. Because to go through, whenever you add a new feature, and to go through and poke around at every single bug and everything, like you're just not going to. Like, you know what I mean? So I guess I really probably should get in a habit of writing tests. Okay, so what am I trying to do now? If we go app, components, arena, and then we need to create. Trying to think how to do this because I don't like that this component has everything, but we need to pull secured assets and the access keys out of, you know, all of this. So let me, I guess, start doing that. Create secured assets, and then let's see, secured assets, boom. I guess that would exist per arena. That checks out. We'll get use state here. That'll work. And then already got all that here. Create access key. I think I'll need to pass that all in. Format date I can keep over yonder. It really should be a utility function, but we'll keep it cheap and dirty for right now. Create access key. We're going to put the access keys in the higher scope here, so they are not going to exist in this component anymore, because the access keys won't be associated to the assets. The access keys will be associated to the arena. I think that'll just keep it kind of easiest, if you will. But I see I need to do H2 access keys, and then arena ID, and arena access keys, arena access keys. That'll do. Then create the access key should only be for the arena ID. And it really needs to be the arena owner ID here. Or really any user ID, I suppose, that's in the arena, but not user ID. That won't work. It needs to be someone part of the arena. Super important here. Arena dot arena owner ID. Boom. Okay, so that's super important. The arena owner has to create the access keys. Test. Let's see if we can create secured assets or access keys. We can't do either. This is getting fucking sick though, guys. I'm so pumped on this. This is so cool. I know it's all like generic, but like I can pretty it up kind of quick, I'd imagine. I'd hope. So if we just say background gray 50, shadow, let's see if we can get a good shadow here. This is all we really deeply need, right? Boom, look at that. It's already prettier. Already getting there, right? And then same with the buttons, do a similar deal. Shadow, boom. Yeah, we could start prettying it up pretty quick, I'd imagine. I would hope so. I would hope so. And I forget background gradient to right. From boom. Yeah, there we go. There we go, folks. Just start prettying that bitch up. Boom, look at that. We're already getting there, right? Now these input fields are going to be the next deal. Because they just look ugly. But that's what we wanted initially, right? It wasn't about making anything too pretty. It was really more just kind of getting stuff moving, right? Secured assets, boom. But we'll slowly start prettying it up as we're kind of building, because it makes it a little bit nicer when you're working on something It looks half okay, you know. Boom. Okay, cool. And then invite user. Make that button prettier too. Arena name. Boom. Boom. And where's all of our data? Right here. Really just need some space. Just to quickly see. So this is all just functionality too, so I'm not really too... yeah, I really don't want to spend too much more time prettying it up. We'll just leave it at that. That's more than enough. Because functionality, like, definitely trumps, I would say, prettiness. But I'm not gonna lie, I do like when stuff is pretty. I really do. But it's just got to be smooth, you know. Just smooth pretty, not too pretty, but just smooth pretty. All right, folks. I said I'm done as I keep trying to pretty it up, but all right, that's more than enough. So we've got our users, and then let's see, users quickly, boom, create user, and got our arenas. Not bad. All right, so let's figure out what's broken here. So I can't create an access key. I can't create a secured asset. Why is the question? 500 internal error, so API secured asset pages. API v1 secured asset. Well, I can tell you right away. Got an issue here. Secured assets no longer have access keys, so that's one. But now creating secured asset, we need arena ID and owner ID, right? And those get passed in as the body. When I suppose they really should be passed in as the user, like the query param maybe. But let's see what's going on. I see. Create secured asset. If no user return, we'll do that. And then this should be arena owner ID, right? Arena owner ID is one of them, right? Then arena ID is the other. We need that. Instead of arenas.id, we don't know which arena that would be. This is still just a document. So down the road, we'll do like some blob storage or something. And then I need to go to this. Create secured asset. We need both these deals. I think that fixes that. Let's see. Because it is raining like crazy outside right now. Secured assets, so that's not working. Why is that not working? Secured assets. We could set it as an empty deal here if it's still not working. Secured assets map is not a function. Huh. So why? Let's comment that out for a sec real quick. JSON secured assets, if there are any. Looks like there are. Okay, so we'll fix that in a moment. But let me test one more time. I think it worked. It just didn't refetch the arena, maybe. So hold on, create secured asset, and then after we need to fetch arenas or quote unquote mutate the data. So test two more time, boom. Okay, there we go, and we're working, and it's associated to that arena, so it's not associated to these arenas, and I can obviously clear the secured asset after we make it. But at least functionality-wise, it is working now, so that's good to see. Guys, I'm going to jump into another episode. We're going to not skip a beat, but we're just kind of getting granular on how these things are working and how they're really properly engineered together. I think getting things to work as an orchestra is like, a large bit of software, right? Like you could get a good violinist solo, but it's how the violinist works with the cello, that works with the clarinet, that works with the pianist. That's where like true engineering composition comes together. So, yeah.